good day and welcome to a new video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hey yo, and welcome today. Today you're joined by me, Daniel, and we're gonna be doing some Triceratops drawings. So yeah, it's just me chit-chatting and drawing Triceratops. So let's delve into this. Yeah, this is my live streams that I do every so often now. I've done a few things here and there with my channel and with just art in general. And yeah, in the last couple of months, I have been doing live streams of me just drawing something of one topic usually. For instance, I think one time was elephants. I did elephant drawings. And yeah, I've done quite a few other little ones as well. I've decided to do that this time around. Triceratops, go into dinosaurs, kind of a thing. I really enjoyed drawing dinosaurs and that kind of thing when I was younger. And that's what I've been doing. So these are completely live, they're not pre-recorded stuff, so it's probably, you won't get too much achieved in the video per se, but well, what you see done won't be, but it is what it is. And there's me live drawing. I enjoy it. It's me drawing from reference as well, which is a bonus. I don't get to draw from reference a lot. I do use reference, in my drawings and my paintings, everything like that, but I don't exactly copy word for word with much reference these days, or what I see. I used to be able to go out and draw things a bit more, draw what I see everywhere, and be able to have time for that kind of thing. Excuse me. These days I don't get that, unfortunately, as much. Sometimes I'm lucky, I might get some time to do that, but it's hardly ever, and so mostly these days it's focusing on my painting and stuff. So doing these live streams kind of thing where I'm drawing from reference, it does boost that, boost to help to keep drawing references that I see and things like that. So that's the main reason why I do it. I do this as well because I used to do I get all my monthly drawings that I get every month, and I chit chat about that every once a month. So I need some sort of video that isn't too complicated to make, and things like that, so that I can get a little bit relaxed, I guess, as well. Not so stressed out about keeping on painting and things like that. I can still keep on going. This is probably turning to a shambles at the moment, but the thing is, you've got to get out kind of your bad drawings first. So this is really a shambles at the moment. It kind of doesn't make any sense at the moment, possibly, and that's what happens when you kind of start off something new, a new kind of subject. The day it is, I haven't been drawing all day or anything like that, or it's not early in the morning starting on drawing. It could be anything, but you don't get time to get out that rut, especially if you come to work and you're in this rut where you can't draw anything good per se. So you definitely have to stop waiting for the right moment, and and make sure that you're not always going to draw your best, and it's the same for any other work when you think you do really. It's that saying from like Snickers and things, you don't work that great when you're hungry. It's kind of like that kind of thing where yeah, once, if you haven't kind of done it in a while or something like that, it's definitely bit of a learning curve to start off with, and things like that. So and because I'm live streaming too, so it's a little bit kind of different. I mean, I do it quite a little bit, but I don't really do like live drawing per se like this much. So it's another experience on top of that. But it's good to do every couple now and again, and it's and keep it going and keep it coming. At the moment, I've got drawings that I still do. I still do my monthly drawings, but I'm looking at change it up again because at the moment I'm still doing it, but I'm only posting it to kind of Instagram. I was thinking maybe doing like little comics, maybe, because I've gone to the stage where I even might have to dial that back, take that off, dial that back. Sorry, I've gone to a stage where I think I'm kind of a little bit overdoing these daily drawings every day, and well, every 4 days a week kind of a thing. It is fun, but I do want to like change it up a little bit. I've done it for probably 6, 7, 8, 9 months or something. The same kind of thing. I've explored kind of all that I've explored in it. There's obviously there's way still more. Like I could keep it going for years. However, it does feel like I'm dropping off a little bit. There's seems to be a little bit more days that aren't so great, and don't feel so fresh anymore. So I need to change it up. And what I'm thinking is possibly doing comics, possibly just some characters doing something. I saw it like an Instagram post of someone doing some cool little cartoon creatures. I think it's Lizzo. Yeah, you have to find it on Instagram. I'm not 100% sure what they were called, but I can see it, but I can't really say what it was. I don't remember the name of it at the moment. So, but they do like cute little cartoon animals and stuff, interacting with each other and things like that in different ways, and it's quite cool to see. It's got like little comic sketches of it, and some are pretty funny per se, and some are kind of pretty cool. So I've talked to a cool comic book artist. His name, well, somewhat of a comic book artist. He does his own comics. I've talked to a few other comic book kind of artists too, but Travis J. Hansen, he does his own little cool comics that he does. I think he does one every day, as far as I know. He does at least one a day. He tries to, but I think he does quite a few sometimes. Yeah, it's quite cool to see. I'm pretty sure every day you kind of see one. Well, at least there's something on the go at least. I think that's important, just having something on the go. Not so much that you've got it every day. It's just having something there on the go to keep moving forward and keep going. But yeah, I was thinking about possibly doing just a little kind of skit every day of something, trying something new. Doesn't take me too long to do. It's only going to take me 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I mean, I don't mind if some days it does take me a full 45 minutes to an hour, you know. Yeah, even if I do have to kind of quickly kind of finish it off when I get home or something, I'm not too fast. I just, you know, want something better achieved than I am at the moment, I guess. You know, yeah. So probably today I'll focus more on this drawing here, um, or that kind of pose. You know, trying to might draw another pose after this. You know, this is quite bad at the moment. Um, yeah, I've got to at the moment. I'm getting all this bad juice out, so don't mind my bad juice. I think it's important though to get that out to get all your bad drawings and just keep on moving forward. Um, you know, sometimes you have those times and days where you might not get too good at drawing, or miss some very vital things um, that you can't quite work out, and sometimes it's just a little bit at a time. You know, try and work on his feet per se, or try and work on his like horns and that kind of thing. This is a very kind of more advanced kind of a pose than this. There's that too, you know, that's there's a little bit more there. It's a 3 kind of quarter view, not a full flat kind of you know, angled side view. So it does comes with its difficulties. And again, like I've been watching some of like Bobby Chero and things like that, as I say, because you know, like watching him. And you know, in one of his streams, he was talking about how you know, if you draw it once or create it, paint it once, um, not all the time you'll take it in that time. You know, definitely for everything I kind of do, or nearly everything, there are some things that I can get straight off the bat, and usually those are easy things. But you know, a lot of things I do, you know, it does take me 2 or 3 attempts um, to do things, maybe even more for some. And that's the thing, you got to keep on going, keep on trying, go slowly at it. You know, don't always just, you know, sit there and expect it to work, and or if it doesn't work, you know, don't be afraid to ask for help. Um, find a way solution after that. Find your own way as well. You know, there are some artists out there or illustrators out there that do things completely differently, to the way you do it, to the way I do it, that work for them but may not work for someone else. You know, um, some people do it in a different way and it works out quite well for them. Yeah. But if someone else tries it, it may not work, or they may not feel it's efficient in doing anything for them, or just helping them. Example of that. Try to think of an example of that. Drawing Triceratops. Let's see. Like breaking things up in shapes. You know, breaking things up in shapes, it's really good, and it's really helpful. I can do it every now and again, but it's not a big thing that I do too often. And some people break everything, like some artists break everything up into shapes, you know. yeah, and they love it. It's in their process and everything like that. And some artists, that's not exactly in their process. They're thinking about it. They still achieve like high level art and stuff like that, but um, they don't necessarily use kind of the guidelines and things like that all the time. Kind of like the dash technique, doing dashes to quickly jot down kind of where the kind of outline could be. With this is really messy for a lot of artists, um, you know, but for some artists they use this kind of dash system, um, and a lot of people, a lot of artists I've watched and listened to, kind of things like that, have recommend not to kind of do this whole um, strokey line kind of thing. Definitely not traditionally at all. If you want this to be your good drawing, but this works for some people that they have these lines that they use to kind of guide them, and it helps a lot. Sometimes this helps just jotting down the lines. Um, as long as I know this is not my final line, and there's still editing to do, there's still things to change. This is just really vaguely putting my lines down. It can work for me sometimes doing it this way, as long as I don't, keep it there and hand it in or give it to your client like this, all hatchy and everything, but it can work, if it works for you, uh, to achieve what you need to achieve, a drawing, do this. But with some artists, they don't like this. Yeah, it definitely doesn't work for them. It causes more chaos and things like that with their art, and things like that doesn't work, takes more time or something like that. Yeah, all sorts of things that it could not work for them, but could work for you depending. And I mean, as long as you can take this and get a good contour line out of it in the end, that's what is kind of matters the most, the way you go about it, the process. I mean, the process is important, more likely to enjoy the process is important. Um, it also, it doesn't take too long for the work that is needed done. But yeah, the process um, is kind of as important as the artwork as well. But not necessarily as well, because you can have a really kind of shotty kind of process, um, but you enjoy it, you enjoy the process, and you still achieve like really great paintings or drawings and things like that. um, then the process is not that big a deal, as long as you're kind of, for me, that's the way I see it, as long as you're enjoying the process. um, yeah, enjoying the process, achieving the high levels of art that you need to, and you're learning as much as you need to as well, and growing as an artist, then it doesn't matter too much on how pretty bad your whole process is. Um, it is kind of important to think about, and always try to improve your process and the way you do things. But sometimes you can't change the way you work, and then that's the way it is. Sometimes. Um, yeah, we might even just get like one drawing kind of really done today. um, I was hoping to get like a couple of drawings done or something like that. But I'm pretty happy with this one so far. It's turned out okay. So far, it's definitely got a bit to kind of work on here. I think probably like that a bit more. Yeah, if I do go a little bit quiet because I'm focused more on the drawing. Put it up here a little bit more. Put it angled up. Yeah, that's the one. This probably a little bit close to that horn. That horn is moved a little bit. This goes over a little bit, so like that. Right. What I'll do is turn this layer off. Dial this back a little bit. And right, what we got here? Yeah, feel free to check your music while you're kind of watching me if you're doing it that way. Yeah, do go quiet sometimes when I'm drawing. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna check because I'm not gonna get perfect, and I've only drawn this thing today. So we'll go on to the next one. I'm going to basically I'll just do the head on this one. For the next one, so I've done the 25 minutes of drawing that one. Now I can always, 25 minutes roughly on that one, on doing a few attempts of that drawing. So that drawing was up top here, of me drawing that. Feel free to draw along. These images are online. These are mainly like, I think most of these are like toys and things. and figurines and then 3D prints and things like that. And that's what you'll get of Triceratops and things like that, because they aren't real. Well, they aren't alive now at the in the world at the moment, so we can't get like full-fledged photos. We have to kind of reimagine them. We don't know what kind of skin. They could have been fluffy, but I doubt it. But they could have been fluffy and things like that. So you know, we don't really know what they fully look like. But with the skeleton and with understanding the skeleton these days, we do know a bit more these days about it. I think, as far as I know, we don't know what kind of skin or what kind of features they did have, other than but this guess is kind of the closest we're ever going to get in a way, based on, you know, what animals are kind of in our system these days, and what their, you know, structure, bone structure are like, and their skin and everything like that. So that's kind of the closest we'll ever get to actually seeing them. And yeah, kind of building this up. Horn probably goes around there, starts around there. It's really like that, you know, drawing in kind of a foreshortened way, because this is foreshortened, can be very challenging to do, you know, when something's coming towards you and making it look like it's actually coming towards you and getting those angles right without it kind of, you know, being so as long as this one. It's definitely one of those challenging things, and I'm still kind of getting my head around it, still learning that. So it's good I've got something here to kind of see and draw and try. Yeah, there's so much going on with, you know, drawing a Triceratops. You know, so just dealing with kind of one thing at a time can be very helpful. You know, I think mainly with the other drawing that I was doing, I was kind of tackling everything at once. Then I was kind of, once I got the kind of gist of it all, I was tackling the head, and going from there, trying to tackle what that head looked like and really trying to shape that up, and paint that up. You know, yeah, but you know, with my speed of painting and drawing, I would say it's not as fast as some artists out there, because some can do a really good drawing within 40 minutes. But hey, they've probably got a little bit more mileage than me. I've done quite a bit of mileage, but I still got quite a bit of mileage to do. Yeah, and things. Oh, that's the thing. I would like to, build that up a little bit more so that I can paint more within a certain time frame. And that's my next thing, is building that up. It's challenging, and it's got to be a lifelong battle. But however, I think it can be improved depending on how consistent I am, how much I kind of draw, things like that. I'll keep on painting, keeping up with this YouTube channel and things like that, and just keep on improving and painting. I mean, it's definitely growing. Yeah. And that's the thing, even with yourself as an artist illustrator, or even a video creator, creating videos, say a 5 minute tip, or these drawing live streams, and setting up for that kind of thing, or setting up a painting, full-blown painting, setting up or keeping, multiple paintings going. It all takes a bit of practice, and learning and knowing kind of the process. Once you've done it once, it can build up faster, but it's kind of like a capping thing, I guess. Like level 1, you can do 2 attacks or 2 videos, 2 art pieces, within an hour or something. Say it's like that, that's a bit much, but say let's go 1 an hour. Level 2, you can do 2 an hour, but with level 3, you still do you do 2 an hour, but they're just as good. And it's not until like level 5 then you might do 2.5 paintings in an hour, kind of a thing. It's like it slowly builds up like that. You get to a point where also your certain kind of ability or whatever, and you can't do more than 2 paintings an hour for quite a while, for like 4 or 5 years, until you've done quite a bit, and then you can, it's a bit like that sometimes, but it's also the difficulty, the level of art you do as well. It all should level up. I mean, if it's not leveling up, then you should think about where or what you're doing, that could change that. Don't kind of look down on yourself, but try and focus on where you're going, what's next, in terms of growth. Once you kind of level and grow your art and your abilities and video making, art making, whatever, to a certain level, you get really surprised along the way, and then it starts slow growth, and it can feel like no growth at sometimes, and you just have to make the next plan forward. Are you actually moving forward? You staying still? What's going on with your art? You really do have to kind of make sure you keep processing that. I'm always trying to do that. It's very challenging to do, and I'm always trying to keep going, keep moving forward. As a YouTuber myself as well, trying to create videos, trying to make sure the videos are at a high enough quality, as I can make them for that video, for that time, and changing things up and fixing things if I need to. I've got all these drawings now that I can use. I can redraw this. I've drawn this a few times. I can go back and maybe do another Triceratops drawing. I was thinking about maybe a weekly tips on a Triceratops. Maybe its horn, something quite simple at the moment as I build up. And yeah, really trying to build up. I might look at like his skull and do it that way. So that gives me another little crack at it as well. Just trying to find ways I can better myself as an illustrator, and that's what you gotta look at. Ways that are achievable, not being so like I need to do 45 hours a week of painting. I need to keep at my desk, all day, every day. You have to kind of process what's real, is achievable for you, it's doable, and you're happy with it as well. If you're not happy sitting at your desk all day, think about why that is, what you can do about it. Whether you need to go out, socialize, then come back, or go and draw with people, or different kind of drawing event or something that you need to do that's is different and keeps you happy and keeps you evolving, something different. Listen to a kind of YouTube video you're not used to listening to about what you're trying to learn at the moment. Just do some coursework from something like Schoolism or other online classes and schools that are out there. There's all different ways to go about it. And it's not necessarily like the time you have, because a lot of us are busy, creating all the time, or are busy working to pay bills and things like that. So you may not get all the time in the world to keep pushing forward, keep improving your art and illustration and your video skills, or whatever skills you're trying to improve on. But it's not necessarily time either, because you can, you just need to set time aside. For struggle, it's for me. I have to work. I still have to come home and keep creating for this YouTube channel and for myself, and for pushing that forward. And trying to get better and everything like that. And it is always a struggle, but I do find times and ways to work around things. Like, for instance, doing these live streams, it helps with me just drawing in general, having some fun in the process as well. I'm likely to draw from reference when I'm doing one of these live streams. When I'm doing it on my own, not so much, because then it takes time away from me actually painting, creating what I'm kind of need to get done for this YouTube channel, for whatever I'm creating, trying to move that forward. So it is challenging, trying to balance it all, but I do make plans for it and work it out and see what works for me, and yeah, find solutions. Like doing these live streams, it gives me 45 minutes of drawing from reference. Now that's not a full 45 minutes, but roughly around 40-45 minutes of me actually drawing from reference and just chit-chatting with you guys, having fun. My Tuesday streams that I do, that gives me time to kind of get in the process of doing a video. Yeah, it took me a long time to kind of get into kind of full live streaming when I did. I'm slowly getting better at that. I'd say, I still feel I'm a bit shabby at it, but I feel like I get a little bit better at it, especially on my own. Because on Tuesdays I'm on my own. It gives me time to experiment and just have fun streaming with myself, because I don't stream with myself much these days per se. I still do quite a bit actually, but you know, where it's not going on YouTube, it's not so stressed out, it's just me chit chatting and things like that. I'm not so worried about it. I'm relaxed, I'm having fun with it. I'm just painting and creating at the same time. It gives me that 40-ish, 20-ish minutes, whatever I stream for. It gives me that time that I have to be drawing and painting for the Tuesday streams. Working on something I'm working on at the moment, usually. Yeah, get to play around, get better at chit-chatting and trying to talk about streams and things like that. Just in general, it does slowly kind of grow my Twitch as well. I'm not here to grow my Twitch though. I'm more on the YouTube side of things. I use Twitch because I can easily stream it to Twitch easy. It usually has no connection problems. Sometimes it does. It's not perfect, but usually I don't run into many or any connection problems. Sometimes once in a blue moon I do. I haven't these days, so I can easily up to YouTube without any hassles really. Editing programs, having to wait for the editing program to edit my video and then process it, and then once I process it, put it up on YouTube. I can go from Twitch and export to YouTube straight away. With YouTube streaming, I was having lots of issues. Sometimes with like naming things, even you have to name your streams every time. With Twitch, you don't have to. You just call it what it is, and it doesn't care because it's not making videos named the same thing. I think that happened once. I hit a copyright strike because I was having the same name for the videos, but it was because I had a live stream. I don't want to set up all the details every time I was streaming. And then boom, it gave me a strike because I had two in the same name. With Twitch, I don't have to worry about it. It's just called digital illustration or something like that. I don't have to worry about naming each stream that I do a different name. I can just stream and then upload to YouTube. Excuse me, and then edit with YouTube or something like that. Yeah, so it's very easy, real simple to do it that way. For me, it works, and I'll keep doing it. I'm not here to grow Twitch. I do enjoy people coming to Twitch if they do, and it does help. It's great to see. I have grown it to like 70 something on there, 70 followers. But I'm more getting followers on YouTube because I'm making more YouTube videos than I am doing Twitch streams. Anyway, this has been my Triceratops streaming live stream. Triceratops drawing live stream. So hopefully you did enjoy seeing me draw. Whether you just kind of started watching me halfway through, or you've watched me the whole way through. It's great to have all you guys here. This has been my reference here, and I've just been drawing reference. I got that drawing done, and the other one is there, kind of done. It's in its working process. I've done all basically the structure of it. It's there. I could go over it again a few times and probably get a better drawing from it. But sometimes you just gotta do that. Keep drawing it until you achieve something good, and keep going with it. That may take a couple of days of doing it, a couple of weeks. I remember when I was doing my red panda drawing. If you look up on my illustration art, my art that I've done in the past, you would see the red panda. And with that piece, I did heaps and heaps of drawings to try and get that drawing done. I drew, red panda bones, skeletons. I drew red pandas in different poses. Then I drew that drawing over and over and over again. Then I, went back and drew a few more. Then I went for the final drawing of it. And that's what the result was. So, yeah, if you keep on going, keep on drawing, you eventually get to some good results. So, hopefully, you enjoyed it. Um, you know, Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.